All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Wednesday evening, man. It's that hump day, you know, we getting across the midpoint of the week. Real quick, like I always say, man, hit me up on Instagram if you want to chat. And I can't get to your comment, DM me on Instagram. I have no problem responding back. Also, if you guys want some cool little design merch for your team, check out the link below and hit the subscribe button, man, if you like the content, because it really helps the channel out, guys. If you like it, yeah, that's if you like it. If you don't, then don't. But if you like this type of content, if you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button, man. It really means a lot to me. All right, so let's get into it, man. The Philadelphia 76ers versus the Boston Celtics. All right, so we'll talk about Philly first. Well, Philly, they miss Simmons, man. They miss Simmons, and one of the things that stood out to me a lot was how much they miss his defense. I think that because okay, we all talk about Simmons and him not shooting threes and his shot or whatever, but I think that we don't credit how big of an impact he have on the defensive end. And today it was very, very obvious. They miss him. It's not the same. That's a different team without him. I'm not down on Embiid at all, but I think Embiid got to. Some people say he's not in shape. You know, I don't know. I don't know if that be the case. Sometimes he do look sluggish. I will say that, but I think that he, in order for them to be competitive and have a chance in this series, man, he gonna have to go on just a dominant tear. He had like a dominant first half, and then it's kind of eased off. And then in that second, I mean, especially that fourth quarter, you felt like, all right, this your last chance. If you're gonna get it, you better get it going now. And it just wasn't there. Do I think that take away from his greatness? No, I don't think it make him a bad player. He puts a lot in for this team. But I don't know his habits. You know, if it's some 76er fans on here, man, y'all can let me know. Am I looking at it wrong? Because I don't. This is the thing. What I always say when I do these reaction videos is I don't know. I can't pay attention to every single team all the time. So that's why I'm so open to feedback from you guys. And you guys let me know, hey, he's a gym rat. I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter, or he ain't putting that work in like he needs to. Because I can only go by what I see in the game, and him disappearing in that second half to me was just, it was disheartening because I got a natural desire to root for the underdogs a lot of time. I want to see Embiid just, even if they lost the series, I just want to see him just go on a tear. You know, like, if we're going to go down fighting 4 quarters. And to me, I haven't gotten that just yet from him. But to me, I'm not taking nothing away from his who he is and what what he can do. I just think that, for one, he's missing Simmons passing. I think some of the passing lanes or angles that Simmons can get is second to none. And I think he's missing that. He's not getting the passes at the time he want them, and he's not able to do everything that, he would like to do. But, it's the playoff, man. Each his own. But he got to be dominant. I don't know how you make it happen, but he got to be just pure. I know his numbers are good, but to me, I think he got to be dominant 4 quarters if they want to have a chance in this series. All right, moving on to Boston, man. Let me say this. Boston, are surprising me a little bit, but and what I mean by that is I don't look at Boston as having a star, like, they remind you sort of the Toronto Raptors. Shout out to the Raptors. And though they kind of play as a unit, and I'm a big fan of Tatum. I was like, this guy, he got like that killer instinct in him. He got that he got that it factor. So you naturally gravitate to the young man. And so and watching him, you go, okay. And then sometimes you're like, well, take over the game, And that don't fit sometimes with what they do. They're a collective team, but they do got some stars. I wouldn't call them superstars just yet, but they got stars. And what you're noticing in this bubble right now is the teams that are like, we don't need superstars. We got effort, we got hunger, and we got some stars, and they're gonna get us through. And that is what propelling a lot of these teams. Of course, I'm a Laker fan. I don't hide it. I talk about I do reaction to games and I wear my hat, so I don't ever come out looking phony or nothing like that. I am a Laker fan, but I will say what you're seeing happening in LA is it feel like everybody's pinpointing the stars, and the stars ain't really got it going. So they're like, what we gonna do? They didn't lead us. Where a team like the Celtics are like, okay, we all are going to contribute. We're all going to be dynamic play. We're all going to contribute and do our part. There's no one person to look to. And sometimes I think that's better. Sometimes that could be better. When there's not the one person to look to because he going to carry us. It's like, no. We all going to contribute. We all going to do our part. We all going to carry this weight and not put it all on one or two players' shoulders because they might not show up that night. So, yeah, man, I will say Boston, and Boston has been surprising. But and it's something I said prior to this bubble starting. I said you're going to see the young teams, the team with the energy, the teams with the, that just raw hunger. They're going to succeed because when there's no crowd, right? Like a lot of players feed off the crowd and the energy that it brings. When all that's out, I mean, that manufactured noise they got going is cool, but real crowd noise, there is no real crowd noise. You got to be able to be motivated and hungry to want to go in, game out, and say, I'm better than you, and I'm going to prove it, and I'm going to come here to dominate. And if you don't go into these games with that mindset, then you're going to get caught on the outside looking in. But I watching the Celtics, I think they're a great coach, and I think the way that they play is perfect for them. They don't need a quote unquote superstar. I think the Kyrie effect kind of showed that their system is not built like that. It's built for one person to have a great game, but it is built for everyone to contribute equally and for the ball to keep moving and not stopping with one person. So you've seen a lot of that. So shout out to the Celtics up 2-0 in this series. And at the same time, I don't want to just say Philly is out. They still got an opportunity, but it's going to take some dominant, and I mean dominant numbers from Joel Embiid if they want to get this thing back on the right track, get back in the series. With that being said, guys, that's my take on the Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics up 2-0 right now. With that being said, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, man, you guys be great.